Hi vlog. Here's the thing. I am sick. Okay, I'm sicky. I have the flu. Obviously, I will not be leaving my house until I do not have the flu anymore, as to not get other people sick. So we're gonna have a little slumber party. Okay, you're gonna sit right over here. We're gonna have a slumber party right here. Okay, there we go. There's your spot. Here's the fort. I built us a fort. Okay, built us a little fort. I got us some fairy lights. Okay, you can't really see these ones that well, but they're there. So, fairy lights. I gotta take this off. It's toasty in here. Do we like this? I think it's a lot cozier without the light. Let's see. Oh my God. We'll keep the light on for now. I have some snacks for us. I have cookies and chips and strawberry wafers. And I have raspberry tea. And I have games and coloring books. And we're gonna have fun. I also have my iPad charging because I have a laptop somewhere and it's MIA. It's gone. Missing. I don't know where it is. And then of course, we have BATTHEW here as well. Love of my life. And then I've got blankies for us. This is mine. You've got this one. You can't really see it, but it's pretty. It has, okay, can I pick it up better? Not really, the table's on it. It's got skulls and roses on it and stuff, and it's really pretty, but you can't see, so I won't have mine either right now, just to make things a lot more even. If you're worried about getting sick, don't worry about it. There's something about the acoustics of the room, you won't catch what I have. It's fine, it's no big deal. Yeah, I figured we'll just sit and talk and have some fun, huh? So I hope you're wearing your comfiest little pajamas, and I hope that you are not also sick, because that'd be a bummer. I don't know, it's quiet time. I don't really have a lot to talk about. I haven't done anything but be sick. So that's fun. What have you been up to? That sounds like a lot of fun. Shall we play a game? Let's play Uno. All right. I don't know how to shuffle them. This is not going super well. Hold on. Let's get a grip here. This is not right. Wait. Nope, I'm not even gonna try. I don't know how to. Anyways, we're gonna do 5 cards each to start. I'm gonna put your 5 right here. There we go. Do my 5. All right. I'll put it right here so that we can see, and I'll just flip over the top one. Okay, well, we can't start with that. Okay, we can't start with these. We're gonna keep flipping till we get one we can start with. Okay, not that either. All right, yellow 3. You wanna go first? Or you want me to go first? Oh, me? Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. I know that I had you over, but still, you didn't have to do that. You are my guest. I appreciate it. We're just gonna use this as a wild card, okay? I'm just gonna change the color to blue. You go ahead. Are you okay? I was just wondering if you need help. You only have 5 cards in your hand. It's been 15 minutes. Okay, well, we didn't have to play. Nobody was forcing you to play. We didn't have to, but it's fine. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I mean, if we're not in the mood, it's okay. Maybe it's just not a night for games. Yeah, that's okay. No biggie. Look, my sweatshirt has the little heart on it. There's one on the back pocket too, but I am not getting up right now. Yeah, I have been bound to my house the past chunk of days. I fear I'm getting a little bit of cabin fever. It's fine. It's like I'm in a new place now because I set up this fort on my floor. That's my dresser. I do have the fan over here, but I can't put it on while we're talking because that would be rude. I may suffer a heat stroke while I'm down here, but it's fine. I've recently started rewatching a bunch of stuff. I'm almost done rewatching Gilmore Girls. I have not been moving through that rewatch quite as quickly as I thought I would. That's also because I started rewatching Glee again. I'm on season 5 now, and I fear season 5 is my least favorite. If I was gonna rank seasons of Glee, it would probably be oh my God, I think I'm gonna pass out. I would say seasons 2 and 3 could be interchanged for first and second place. So let's go with that. And then season 1, and then 4, and then 6, and then 5 is my least favorite. That's what I think that's my Glee season ranking. Rewatching that, I started rewatching Gravity Falls. Then I'm almost done actually rewatching Danganronpa. I shan't hear anything about it. I love Danganronpa, whatever you want to say. They say it a million different ways. And I don't want to hear it, okay? It's one of my favorite things ever. I haven't watched it in a long time. You guys don't understand. The first time I watched it and like watched people play through the games, because I was not going to be playing through those games myself. There's literally no way. I don't know. Well, I do know what happened. I was going through a lot in my life and I needed something to cling on to, and it just happened to be that. I love Danganronpa. I love it. It was so bad. It's the worst hyperfixation I've ever had in my whole entire life. I think for like a year, I couldn't hold a conversation without bringing it up. It was really bad, and I wasn't like meaning to do that, but I was. It was terrible. I'm not like that anymore. It's not that bad anymore. I've come down from that high. However, I was like, oh, I haven't seen it in a long time. Like, I haven't watched it in a long time. Like, let me see if it was just like something that at the time I was clinging to because I needed something, and it's actually not as good as I remember, or what. No, I love it even more now, I think. I'm not feeling a need to talk it to death like I used to, but no, I was on to something there. I love it. There's just so much to learn about it, and it's very silly and like over the top and a little gross sometimes, but it doesn't matter. I love it. I love it. And all I've done the past week, actually while I was sick, was revalidate how much I loved it, because now I know that I wasn't just out of my mind. It's actually that good to me. So I rewatched the Danganronpa 3 future arc, because for some reason I always watch that one first. Then I went back. Well, then I did the Hope one, the 1-episode Hope arc. Then I did the Despair arc, and I decided that when I watched the Despair one, I was like, you know what, I'm going to run through them all again and watch them in, like, storyline order, not release order. So I watched the Despair arc again. Heartbreaking. Hey, I'm now watching the Trigger Happy Havoc animation one, and then I'm going to do the future arc again, and then the Hope arc. I know that there's a Super Danganronpa 2.5 just like 1-episode thing out there. I don't feel like watching it, so we're just gonna pretend like that's not part of this thing that I'm doing. I just have to talk about it. I love it with my whole heart. Ever since I got back from LA, I have been depressed. My room is a disaster. Internally, everything's just a mess. Danganronpa seems to find me in times like this, apparently. It's the only thing that's made me happy this whole week. Everything else that I've tried to watch is just not doing it for me. I can't watch anything on like TikTok, Instagram, nothing. When I'm out, I cannot really bring myself up right now. I've been trying, but at the same time, I have a habit of trying to like make my mood higher, but if I just can't get it to, then I start making myself feel bad that like I'm not doing good enough at it or something. Or like I like start telling myself that I need to be happier. And like, what do I have to be upset about? And stuff like that, which is stupid. Okay, you can feel things besides joy without it making you like ungrateful for your life and stuff. But for some reason, I just hold myself to this ridiculous double standard that I've never held anybody else to, where it's just like, I can't, like, if I'm ever anything but happy or like perfect, then like I suck, which isn't true, but you know, sometimes old habits die hard. Okay, sometimes that line of thinking does bubble back up to the surface. For the past couple months, I've been trying to like, you know, work through it, and you know, I make some progress and then I take a couple steps back, but we're getting there. It's just since I got back from LA, it's been really hard to get a handle on, but it'll be fine. I will be better for getting through it when I do. That's pretty much all I've done this week. I haven't even really been playing video games or anything. I haven't streamed in a while. Emmy is in Florida right now for horror nights, and I don't really like to stream all on my own just because I don't play games that have like storylines on my own because I get distracted and bored way too easy to focus on it. It just wouldn't even be really worth watching. And I get a little too embarrassed to play games that aren't like that, like Fortnite and stuff like that. I get too embarrassed to play those because I'm really bad at them. So it'd probably just be me like sitting there like dead quiet for like 20 minutes and then just like getting embarrassed that like I'm really bad at it, and then I would just stop streaming anyway. So I'm waiting for her to get back from Florida to stream again. Honestly, being sick has kind of helped me reset a little bit, because before I got sick, I was like really pushing myself like too much internally, like saying that I needed to be doing more with everything in my life. Like the reason that like maybe things aren't the way that I would like them to be at this particular moment, like it must be my fault. Sometimes there is just nothing you can do, and I think being sick this past week, I actually kind of needed it because it's kind of forced me to like sit down and just like shut up and just like relax, because it's like I'm doing everything I can. It's okay. Things will change into what they're meant to when they're meant to. I always seem to blame myself first in every situation. So we're working on it, ladies. It's fine. That's what this is for. You know, someday, if, and probably when, unfortunately, I do end up feeling like this again, I can remember that I talked about it in here and be like, okay, well, you know what? It's really not that big a deal. Or maybe you deal with stuff like this sometimes, and now you can just see like, yeah, somebody else is going through it too. It's gonna be all right. I promise. It will. And it's been okay before. I've been through it a bunch already. It just comes back from time to time. Shall we do a little coloring, a little drawing or something? Something fun? Here, I'll give you this. You can draw. And we have some markers here. These I've had since I was in like elementary school, maybe middle school. Okay. Hello? Yeah. Vintage! Depop sellers wish they had this. Here's the one that smells like chocolate chip cookies. Yeah. Yeah. Here you go. I don't want to be selfish and monopolize the marker. I hope that was really good. I don't really care about the way that the other ones smell. I literally only like this one. Okay, well, you go ahead and color. I'm gonna color too. I just don't know which picture I would like to color. I'm gonna do this one, I think. What do we think? Yeah, I think it's cute too. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Woo-wee! It is hot in here. I'm gonna break this fever one way or another. I did not mean to say that. Hoo-wee. I started saying that when we were at Disneyland a couple weeks ago, and just only say it when I get too hot now. It's like I forget that the word exists or something until I find it like too hot. There might not really be a reason to do it now because do you hear it? Oh my god, I look like an idiot stabbing myself in the face with the marker. It's making like a popping noise. Anyways, let's get to coloring here. I promise I won't look at yours until you're all done. If you promise not to look at mine until I'm all done. Do you promise? Let me see both your hands. No crossing fingers here. No crossing fingers, I promise. Okay, I'm trusting you. If you cross your fingers, death to all of them. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really feel like doing this anymore. Ugh, why does this happen every time I color? I like get so excited to do it, and then like 10 seconds in, I don't want to anymore. What do you think it means when our ears ring? Like, what is it? Do you think that it means that people are thinking about you, or do you believe that like it's like a sign, like if it's higher pitched, like you're on the right path with something, like it's like the universe being like yes, or if it's like lower pitched, it's like a warning? Like, what do you think about that? I personally take it as like if it's higher pitched, it's like whatever I was talking or thinking about, it's like a sign like we're good, we're on the right path. And if it's lower pitched, maybe like don't do that, because the thing that we were just talking about, I just got the lower pitched one, so I fear that's not gonna see the light of day now. Who am I to argue with the universe? You could, if I do actually like pass out, you can finish coloring your picture, but can you get help after, please? I would appreciate it. It doesn't have to be like urgent. Like I don't need a big fuss to be made over me or anything. I'm just saying like I would appreciate just a little help though. Thank you. It's so hot in here. It's not even funny. Not even by the slightest insinuation. Feel free to have some of the snacks. Wow, I look like that thing from Horton Hears a Who. Said it once before here. I've said it a billion times. Nothing I can do about it. I'm sick. Okay, I have an excuse this time. Pick a color. Oh, that's a really good idea. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, thank you. That looks really good. You have a good eye. It's too hot in here. It's too hot in here. I hope yours is coming along good. I'm not gonna look, I promise. I promise I won't look. I didn't cross my fingers or anything. I'm really sick of doing this. I'm really sick of it. And while nobody is forcing us to do this, I shan't give up. Do I look crazy? Well, I'm sick. This is my one pass on this, guys. I know sometimes when I film like the outros and it's like 5 in the morning, I look a little crazy and a little tired and my mascara is just like all over the bottom of my eyes. Like I know. And maybe those times there's not an excuse, but this time there is because I say so. And you know what? Actually, there is an excuse all those times because I also say so for those as well. So never mind. This entire statement and conversation has just been null and void. What color should we make the couch? Red? I was thinking red too. That's a really good idea. Actually, the blankets that I put on it are really gonna look ugly with red though. Let's do pink. Stupid. I'm getting really sick of doing this. I am. I really am. Oh, wait. I just did it again. Listen, I know. I'm 23 years old and I'm sitting here throwing a fit because I'm still coloring in a coloring book that I went out of my way to do. I know. Mind your business. I am well aware of how ridiculous I'm being right now. It's fine. Home stretch. Home stretch. Go, go. I'm done. You want to see? Well, wasn't this just worth the fuss? All the hullabaloo. Wasn't that worth it? Look. Yeah. Oh, wait, let me see what you did. What am I saying? It's blank. It's blank. You just been sitting there? No, it's fine. It's fine. Maybe we just weren't in the mood to color. It's just, I also was not in the mood to color. It's just, you could have said something. It's not a big deal. It's fine. We don't need to, it's fine. Let me put the markers away. Okay, now that that's all done, what do you want to do? You want me to pick? All right, well, the last 2 things I picked you didn't want to do. You didn't like it, which is fine. We're all different. That's what makes the world go round. However, I don't want to pick something again that you're not going to like. So what do you want to do? You want me to pick? You're adamant about it. Okay. We could do like, how about we do BuzzFeed quizzes? Does that sound fun? Okay, are you sure? Are you double sure? Triple sure? Quadruple sure? Quintuple, the 5 one, sure. 5 times sure. Okay. Are you like 100 times sure you want to do quizzes? Okay. Perfect then. Let's have some fun. I'm going to have a heat stroke. Here, you want me to come over a little closer to you here? Yeah. This one says everyone's soul is a combination of 2 colors. So maybe we should both do this one. I'll go first and then I'll let you go. What colors do you want to get? That's really good. I think black and white would be cool. Probably, yeah. Black and white would be good. Let's see what colors my soul are. What colors my soul? Yep. I'm gonna read these out loud to you so that you have time to think about it, okay? It's the best way to spend a Friday night: exploring a new place, watching Netflix, reading a book, hanging out with friends. I'm gonna say hanging out with friends. Which aesthetic matches your vibe? I don't know about any of this. Grunge, angelcore, cottagecore, preppy. Where's the hot mess one? I fear that may be where I'm at right now. I'm just gonna say grunge. I don't really dress all that grungy, but I don't really, even though it is far off, it is the closest out of all 4 of these, I fear. So pick a show to watch. Friends, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Gossip Girl, and Chopped. I have seen 0 of them. I'll just say Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Choose a place to visit. Rome, Tokyo, or London. This iPad is old and it is loading only like half of the options. I cannot read them all, so we're just gonna say Tokyo. How would you describe yourself? Friendly, open-minded, humorous, or mature? I'll just say humorous. I don't know, man. Nobody's perfect. You're telling me nobody's perfect. What's something you are still working on for yourself? Weren't we just talking about this? Maturity, impulsivity, stubbornness, sensitivity. Where is the impatience option? I guess sensitivity would be the closest, yeah? I really don't know, but I think that's the closest. Finally, choose a profession. Psychologist, chef, performer, or entrepreneur. Performer, I guess. I've just completely forgot that I even read them out loud. Okay, I got blue and green. It says you are natural, friendly, and calm. You are very balanced, intuitive, and a bit introverted. You care about others deeply and will do anything for the people you love. Don't forget to take care of yourself from time to time. What do we think? Do we see my soul as being blue and green? I fear I may have to agree. Not really, I fear. I'm just, yeah. Sure. Let's do yours now. All right, I'm going to read them again. What's the best way to spend a Friday night? Okay, exploring a new place, watching Netflix, reading a book, hanging out with friends. Which aesthetic matches your vibe? Grunge, angelcore, cottagecore, or preppy? Yeah, no, I think you're right, yeah. Pick a show to watch. Friends, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Gossip Girl, or Chopped. Okay. Choose a place to visit. Rome, Tokyo, or London. Okay. How would you describe yourself? Friendly, open-minded, humorous, or mature? Finally, choose a profession. Psychologist, chef, performer, or entrepreneur. It makes sense. Black and white. You're very logical, orderly, and sensible. Though you are still an emotional person, you tend to let your rational mind take over and make decisions for you. You're very goal-oriented and driven. You have a tendency to overwork yourself, so don't be afraid to sit back and rest sometimes. I think we're good. I think we're done with the quizzes. I'm gonna go back over here. It's too hot in here. Look at my socks. They have chocolate chip cookies on them. Yeah. I fear it's gonna be time to pack it up and go to bed soon. Do you think the stars can hear us when we're talking? Do you think they're listening? Like, do you think that they can hear us and they just, like, don't care? Or do you think that they, like, love it? If they can hear us, do you think that they're like, this is the funniest conversation I've ever heard in my life. This girl doesn't know what she's talking about. What do you think? Like, I really need to know. I hope they can hear us. It'd be less lonely that way. Did you get any of that? No, you had your headphones up. That's okay. That's all right. No. I was just talking about whatever. It doesn't matter. No biggie. I don't know. Think maybe we should call it a night. I know this has been a little silly, a little out of the ordinary for what I usually do, but I didn't want to not have something. And this is what I came up with. We'll be back to it, like the usual stuff, next week. I just had an idea. I just wanted to have some fun with it. I did. I had fun. Hopefully you had fun too. You have nothing to lose by being yourself. You actually have everything to gain by being yourself. I know that sometimes when you maybe want specific things or specific people in your life, you try to be what you think they want you to be or what you think you should be, even if it's not you. And that's actually when you have the most to lose in your life. But you have nothing to lose by being yourself. You only have things to gain. When you exist as yourself, yeah, maybe you don't end up with the people that you wanted in your life, but you'll end up with the people that you need in your life, even if it takes a little while for them to show up. And same thing with, work, things that you do in your free time. When you live as yourself, it's a lot easier to find the things that will make you feel fulfilled in your life, and it'll be a lot easier for things to find you that will make you feel fulfilled in your life. just the little advice or whatever that I wanted to bring up as this draws to a close tonight. And if you feel like you don't know who you are, that's okay. Hey, I didn't for a long time either. I lost myself in trying to please other people for a long time, but it is never too late to start figuring out who you are. Never. And there's no rush. And just for the record, if you are at that, like a point like that in your life, where you don't feel like you know who you are or where you want to be or what you want to do, that's okay. And just so you know, even if you do know who you are, like, I have a pretty good idea of who I am now. Like, I know who I am and, you know, what I want and where I want to be right now. In 10 years, it's going to be different. You know, you grow and you change and stuff happens in life. And I know where I want to be right now and who I want to be right now. And all that matters is that I try to honor that the best that I can. And someday it's probably going to change to something else. So it's not even like, oh, all these people know who they are and what they want forever. They're going to be set for life. No, everything changes. Change will come, and that's okay. So if you don't know who you are, that's okay. You have plenty of time to figure it out. Just figure it out for yourself. Take your time, and there's no rush, and you can do it. And then, you know, once you feel like you've got a pretty good idea of who you are and what you want and everything, just honor that. Honor yourself. Be yourself, because that will get you everything. That will get you to where you're supposed to be, and it'll have you doing what you're supposed to be doing with who you're supposed to be doing it with. It's just, you have to be patient also, which is where I have a problem. Yeah. You just have everything to gain by being yourself. So take that as you will for whatever you will. I don't know. I just hope it helps somebody. That's all. Just a little reminder. All right. Well, I think it's bedtime. Lights out. Thank you for hanging out with me while I was ill. Thank you for not coloring or playing Uno with me also, by the way, and getting the colors that I wanted. It's fine. Water under the bridge. I won't carry it with me, I promise. Yeah. Oh my God. His little ear folding down is so cute. Oh my God. I love him so. Anyways, if you want to see any of the other places I exist, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch are all linked down below. Oh dear. Table's about to break. I upload a new vlog every Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good rest of your day, night, week, month, year, life, all of it.